Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we will talk about modern API call with Selcuk class. This is end of the project. Let's run our application and see the results. As you can see, we have a Selcuk class and we have a loading object and we have a failure and success class. In success class, we have a constructor. This constructor inherits from our movie model, and this message is a failure message. It's a string. As you can see, our application working fine. When I click this get my datas, as you can see, I can successfully access my datas like this. And let's look our technologies we use it on this project. As you can see, we are using data binding on this project, and also we are using Hilt, vModel, live data, navigation graphs, coroutines, retrofits, glide. Okay, let's start the video. First of all, as usual, I want to create one new project. And first of all, we will add some dependencies and essential libraries inside our project. But before that, I want to open our internet permission like this. And inside the build Gradle, I will write this to definition and our libraries like this. Let's look our libraries. We are using Hilt, we are using vModel and live data. We will use navigation graphs. We will use suspend function, coroutines, and retrofit for get data from API and display picture with glide. And also, as I said before, we are using data binding. And let's paste essentials plugins in here, and inside the build type module Gradle file, project type build Gradle file, I am pasting this entire essential codes like this. I mean, you can find this code into my GitHub repository. I will share a link below the description. You can access my GitHub repository and click the synchronize now. And okay, our synchronize is successful. And inside the manifest file, first of all, I want to create our application class for health. And this application inherit from application Android app like this, and annotation will be Android's Hilt Android app, and we will define this application class inside our manifest file, name dot application like this. Let's try to run our application for checked Hilt works or not. And yes, our application working fine. First of all, I want to create our layout folders, and for do that I want to create one package. This package name will be UI, and inside this package we will create two fragments, blank fragments. First fragment name will be E fragment, A fragment, and we don't need these entire codes, we can delete. And our second fragment, let's create, it's also black fragments, and name will be B. Let's delete these codes. And yes, our fragments are ready. Let's edit these fragments, for example fragments E. As you can see, our layout type is a data binding layout, and also we have a button. And inside the fragment B we have a constraint layout and one progress bar, one text view, my datas, and also a one recycler view. And let's create a recycler view item layout, single row item, single movie item. And yes, this is our single movie item. As you can see, we have an error in here because we didn't create our model class yet. But don't worry, we will create maybe 1 minute later and this error will be gone. Okay, let's continue with activity main. Inside the activity main, as I said before, we will use now host fragment, navigation graphs like this, drag and drop inside our activity main. And sorry, before we have to create a navigation graph, navigation like this, give a name like my nav, and we will add a destination. Our first destination is E fragment and second destination is B fragment, and we want to connect these two fragments each other like this. We created the action. You can see this action in here. Okay, inside the activity main, drag and drop again inside the activity main and select this now host fragments. My nav we created earlier, and click OK. And click this infer constraints for add some constraint automatically, right, left, top and bottom. Okay, I don't want to do these margins. And yes, our UI part is ready. Let's go to the backend codes. And now we can continue with create our model package. For this, I want to create one model package. This package name will be model. And inside this model package, I want to create a new Kotlin class. This class name will be a result and also a data class like this, and paste here our constructor and also this inherit from series label because we want to send this data from another fragment or activity. That's why we have to inherit from series label. And also one more model class. This class name will be our movie. This class also will be a data class, and this is our parameters like this. This is not Kotlin result, it will be our result class like this. Okay, our data classes are ready right now. Now we can continue with create our dependency injection package like this di, and inside the di package a new object we will create. This object name will be app module. And as you can see, we have some error because we didn't create some necessary folders. We created our retrofit instance in here, API instance and retrofit builder. We will create this API now, and now after that we will create this base URL. But this is our app model structure. Now we can keep going to create our service package. I mean API package. I want to create one more class API like this. But this is not the class, this will be a interface. And inside this interface we have a one suspend function. This suspend function inherit from our movie class, and let's create this API key. But before to create API key, I want to create a API implementation. And this implementation injects constructor private val API inherits API, and inside the, let's refactor this, rename like this, and suspend function gets movies equals to our API dots get upcoming list like this. Okay, as you can see we have an error. Error is about this API key. For solve this error, as you can see, this API key is necessary also in here, base URL, not API key, and we can import this API in here. As you can see, our error is gone, and now this error will gone also. Let's create our util package. And inside this util package I want to create a constance, and inside this constance I am creating a companion object, API key, base URL, and poster main URL. Let's back to our error. As you can see, let's import this base URL and error will gone. And also inside the API key, let's import this file pets, class pets, and error is gone. And also one more thing, we will create inside util package, we will create our resource file, and this resource file will be a sealed class. And inside this sealed class we have three parameters. First, objects loading, success, and failure. We will handle these states using our resource sealed class. And okay, let's create our repository. For this, a new package name repository. Let's create a class movie repository like this, and let's inject constructor private val movie API impl inherit API impl. And inside this repository we have a one suspend functions, name is get movies, and this suspend function equals to our API implementation get movies, and also this get movies equals to our API equals to gets movie list like this. Okay, our repository is also ready, and now I want to create our recycler view adapter. Like this, movie adapter, and we have a dataset inherit from our movie. And as you can see, we are using data binding in here. We have a parameter into our layout folder, movie information. I mean, you probably know how you can use data binding in your recycler view if you are watching this video. Okay, our movie information parameter equals to our datasets positions, this parameter. Okay, our adapter is also ready. We can continue with our view model. Let's create quickly a view model package, and inside this view model we are creating a main page view model. This main page view model has a constructor, this constructor repository, and as you can see, we have a movie, and we have a movie parameter. It is a live data object and resource type, like this. And now we can go to our UI package. Inside the E fragment, first of all, we have to define our binding parameters like this. And inside the onViewCreated function, when I click this get my data button, application goes to fragment B. And let's go to the fragment B, and same thing we will do in B fragment. First of all, we have to define our binding. Like this, and let's create onViewCreated function. And inside this function, first of all, I want to define a private lateness var view model inherits from main view model, main page view model, and provides view model. Let's create this function in here. View model equals to view model provider required activity dot gets main page view model class.java, and also gets movies. Create this function also, and let's define a adapter. And yes, our get movies function is ready. As you can see, inside the get movies function, we are observing our parameters, our view model parameters in here. And as you can see, our return type is resource. Resource inherit from resource, and resource is success, do this, and if it's failed, do this. As you can see, and also inside the resource folder, success parameter has a data, as you can see, and we will use this data inside adapter constructor. Okay, I think our application is ready. Let's click and test it is work or not, blah blah. Let's click here and application crashes. Let's check. I think I forgot one thing inside the main activity. Androids entry points. Let's run again and click this get my datas, and yes, as you can see, our datas are here. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope this video can help you. Thanks for watching. See you next video.